by the lights of by the lights of Ishgard. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he felt chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate, yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whitebrum front, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies not at the deep chasm. Assuming Sir Geolot is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior. Sim. Ok. I have. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaume. Nearly come to Ortiz and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare to question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, with this, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity, or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Joseph. Before he learns that his deception has been discovered. Blood for blood. Since Lord Rilamont has already been turned against us, I fear that this is cyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. For Sir Julian. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. Oh, you have returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? The Inquisitor is an impostor. Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He's a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe this is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Prunilla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. You, I do not believe you, believe it now. You, I do not believe I know you, sir. Move along and trouble me no more. Ah, sim, o KFC é estupidamente. E o Mac também, porque é mesmo aqui ao lado. O Mac ainda mais rápido, sim. When last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Jolot to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whiterun front, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized Bellis in possession of the draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Trillamonks, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing until Lord Francis was accused. Some time ago I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of White Brimmed Front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound to Skyfire Labs. As I hoped they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Alienite, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Alone forgive me for not acting sooner. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you free access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. There had better be a very good explanation for why you were carrying these rosaries. And where did you find this pebble cyclical? Will it take me the Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale, but this evidence in your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, and Joseph, and for that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. The heretic among us. This vice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Else take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Joseph. Together let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. Good to have you with us, sir. With when Lord Trellimont arrives, we are to comfort the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? You need tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Hallown's halls. Only the wicked... But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Hallown. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Trillamont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Grave allegations indeed. But you'll find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drillamont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. Ah. Está em falta.
Gosto de chapar, das chapadas, parece bem real.
Ué. Carga em direção a onde estão a apontar agora. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak to me of Ishkarian innocence? All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me defend by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Relamont, then come. Let us see how Ishgarian still fares against Ravanian Fang and Claw. My clamors dispelled. Your plans fly in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall that The many guardians I have sent us, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you let yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, white brim frost shall fall. Defiant to the last, leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves not better. Joseph, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your heirship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at White Brim Front and bring your associates. Where have you been, Joseph? The false inquisitor has been slain, has he? Well, yes, well, he was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate and secure the Enterprise. In pursuit of the past. As I am sure you will agree, it is past time we enter the Stone Vigil. Pale Lord Ailmont to visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow anon. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as the Inquisitor Guillaume would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand it seemed too much to hope that the scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do given all that you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Drevanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers' garrison at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we have been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor I can give you any assurance. that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Ortiz, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have as yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Trelemont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathalain of your impending visit. May alone guide you, Science. Hail, Joseph. Lord Trelemont has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the stone vigil whensoever you will.